Hi everybody, this is your man Zilla and welcome to Spotlight. On today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about audio settings and audio connections for your live streaming or recording. So stand by, stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome back. As I stated, we're going to focus on audio connections and settings for your live streaming. Now, whether you're live streaming for a conference, a Zoom meeting, or a church service, the main focus is to get your signal from your source, which could be your microphone, something like that, or your instrument. Get that signal to your soundboard. And once you get that signal from your soundboard, you got to get the signal from your soundboard to your laptop. So once again, the whole focus is to get your signal, your audio signal from your instrument or microphone to the soundboard, and getting that audio signal from the soundboard to your laptop or computer. Now, soundboards, depending on which one you have and depending on the make and the model, soundboards have different connectors. For instance, it could be your soundboard could have a RCA connection or XLR connection. It could be a USB connection. Now for today's video, we will use the Tascam 788 recorder. We will also be using the Shure SM58 microphone. Now the Tascam has USB, RCA, and quarter-inch connections. Now the first thing we need to do is get the microphone signal, audio signal, into the soundboard, in this case meaning the 788. As you can see, we put the microphone into the Tascam 788, and now we're going to check the levels to make sure it indeed has the signal. Testing, 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 testing. Now, the first thing we're going to do is connect the soundboard to the laptop by RCA connections. So what you see here is a cord. This cord is a dual RCA with a 1/8 or 3.5 millimeter connecting. Now, as you can see, through the stereo outputs, the RCA outputs of the soundboard, we're going to put one end, which is the red end, the red part of the cord, the red head on the left side, and then we're going to put the white on the right. That will give you an even signal, an even audio signal. What we need to do now is take the audio signal from the soundboard and put it inside the laptop. However, with laptops these days, they do not have inputs. They only have headphone stereo outputs. So how do we do this? It's real simple. What we're going to need to do is get a sound card. This is what we're going to need. Now, the sound card is inexpensive, but it's going to help us take that audio signal from the soundboard and put it into the laptop. To do this, we're going to take our 1/8 or 3.5 millimeter head and connect it to the red audio input of the sound card. Afterwards, we are now going to take that sound card, USB, and plug it into our laptop. After doing this comes the last part, and this is the part where most people forget to do. That is, we have to test the laptop to make sure that it has received the audio signal from the soundboard. This is very important. And this is why audio doesn't work for a lot of people, because they miss this part. What we're going to do with the laptop, we're going to go to settings, then to system, then we're going to go to sound. In the input section, the drop down menu, we're going to find XLR USB connection. Once that happens, you will see the meter down below, and you'll be able to tell if it received your audio signal from your soundboard.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Before we go any further, I'd like to ask you guys to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me. This will help me create more material to present out there to you guys. And now the second setup we're going to use is a 1/4" jack with a 1/8 or 3.5 millimeter jack. Now we will use this setup to go directly from our video camera to our computer. We are only concentrating on the audio portion, but when you're live streaming, you're definitely going to need a video source, like a camera. So in this setup, we're going to go from the camera to the laptop. Now the camera that I'm using right now is called the Canon Vixia HF G50 4K camera. It's a great camera for just about anything you want to do. Now on this close-up, you're going to see a mic port, and on the bottom of that you're going to see a HDMI port. Those are the two ports that we're going to use to get the connection, once again, from the soundboard to the camera, from the camera to the laptop. Now as you can see in this shot, we have connected the 1/8 or 3.5 millimeter jack into the microphone port of the camera. We have also connected the HDMI jack into the camera as well. That's for video. In order to get the HDMI signal into the laptop, we're going to use what we call a video capture card. Now this card is called the Cam Link, which is very inexpensive and a great card to use. We're going to attach the other end to the HDMI cord from the camera to the video card, and then attach the video card into the USB port of the laptop. Now what you see here, I'm just using a extension, USB extension, but it's the same thing as plugging it directly into the laptop. So once again, we're using the HDMI jack, putting it into the Cam Link, the video card, and all that signal into the USB port of the laptop. This is how we connect the camera as well as the sound we just put inside the camera to the laptop.
Testing 1 2.
And remember,
Testing 1 2.
every time you make a
Testing
connection,
1 2.
you have to go back into your laptop. As I showed you before, you have to go back into the laptop and identify it in the sound settings and check your mic to make sure it's picking up what you just put in there. And this is going to go for every connection I show you. Now the third connection, we're going to use the XLR to the USB connection. Now with this connection, we're not going to need a sound card. Why? Because the XLR cable is connected already to a USB cable. Therefore, we're not going to need a sound card once we put this configuration together. All right, let's go. Now, in the beginning of this video, I mentioned the kind of connections that my soundboard has, and XLR was not one of them. So how do I get the XLR connection into my computer? How do I make that connection? It's real simple. Just like we used a sound card for the other setup, we're going to use what we call an extension, an adapter for this one. This specific adapter is an XLR adapter. So what you're going to do, you're going to connect the extension. Now what we're going to do is connect the XLR jack with the adapter, as you see here. Lastly, we're going to take the USB jack from the cord and put it directly into the laptop. And once again, like all the other connections that we've done today, you're going to go inside your sound settings, find your connection,
Testing, 1, 2.
identify,
Testing, 1, 2.
and then do your sound
Testing, 1,
test to
2.
make sure that your laptop has received the signal, the audio signal from your soundboard with the specific connection that you're using at that time. Finally, our last connection, which is our fourth connection, is called an audio box USB, which we call an interface. We're using the interface connection. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to use this interface, and with this interface, we're going to run from the soundboard into the interface, from the interface into the laptop USB connection. The same process. Only difference is we're using the interface now. First, we're going to attach the power cord to the audio box interface. Next, we're going to use these 2 1/4-inch jacks. We're going to take one end of the 1/4-inch jack cable and put it into the soundboard. Then we're going to take the other end of the 1/4-inch jack and put it into the front quarter panel of the audio box, as you can see here on the left side. Now lastly, we're going to take the USB connector jack from the audio box and put it into our computer, into our laptop. And you're going to check to make sure that it has received that audio signal.
Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2.
Well, that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Hopefully you found something here that can help you get your audio situation together when it comes to getting that sound for your live stream or even recording. Now remember, what I showed you doesn't work for everything. Of course, you're going to have your own settings, your own connections for your own soundboard. We just don't know. The main thing that I want to make sure I showed you was get your audio from your source to your soundboard, and from your soundboard, get that audio source sent to your laptop. Now after that, it depends on what you want to do with it. And if you want to use it with some kind of recording software such as Pro Tools or Logic, fine. If you wish to use it for some kind of streaming software such as vMix or OBS Studio, that's fine as well. But at least you will have your audio signal to go along with your video signal, and now you can have a nice clean sound to present to all your listeners and anyone who follows you on Facebook or YouTube. So having said that, this is your boy Zilla signing out. And remember, if you have a small business or service that you provide and you would like to get more eyes on it, go ahead and give us a call and see what Spotlight can do for you. God bless.